Hi, welcome to the Rittner Floral School in Boston, Mass. I'm Dr. Steve Rittner, and it's a pleasure to welcome you into one of our classrooms today. The subject? You're going to love this one. Football. Yes, football. Now you're probably saying to yourself, myself, what does football have to do with floral designing? Well, plenty. Floral designing reflects our culture, and therefore football, an important sport for all of us, should be reflected in our floral art as well. And we've got an amazing tool here. This is just truly incredible. This happens to be a football made out of foam. Yes, a football actually made out of foam. The great folks at Oasis have created this amazing football. It is totally made out of foam with some woodwork in here. It's on a platform. It is quick and easy to work with, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. We're actually going to have fun with this one, and I thought that you'd enjoy seeing this. To me, this is the best. Football, of course, is something that all of us enjoy. We all have our favorite teams and so forth, and the neat thing is that these particular products make it so much easier for us to come up with something like this. I've always said to my classes that a floral designer really is no better than the materials that are provided for him or her. We rely so heavily upon our suppliers for flowers, our suppliers for containers, our suppliers for various tools that we work with, that they really enable us in so many different ways. And I think that this is a very, very good case in point. The folks at Smithers Oasis have really come up with a winner on this one. In my opinion, these things are absolutely amazing because they enable us to come up with very, very neat things. I design very, very differently, say, than my grandfather did, in large part because of the tools that I have available to me. And I have to give it to the folks at Smithers. This is absolutely, you got to hand them credit for this, because this is absolutely an amazing product. And you can see that what I'm doing here is I'm just taking some of my palms and I'm just working them into the base. The foam itself has been totally saturated. In other words, the foam is actually floral foam. It is totally saturated with our water. And what I am doing here is I am just taking my palms. I have some cushioned palms in a bronze color, and I am just filling in. Now, there are several tricks that you need to know when you're making something like this that is really important. Trick number one, you want to have palms that, of course, are appropriate color-wise, although, bluntly, I'm so enthusiastic about this particular tool. This design tool is so neat that I could see very, very easily going with different colors beyond the colors that we would normally associate with a football. I'm using, of course, our bronze palms here, and the bronze palms are the typical football color. But what if I wanted to take the colors that happen to be specific to my favorite team? I see no reason why you couldn't go in that route as well. Now, a couple of things you do need to do when you're doing something like this. You need to condition your flowers well. These palms that we're working with have been conditioned. They were put in water. They were given preservative. They've been given a good drink. In other words, all the things that you're supposed to do in terms of taking care of your flowers, you really have to do with these prior to the start. And then you'll notice that in working my flowers, I happen to have very, very short stems. Prior to the start of this presentation, I took my flowers, at least a lot of my flowers, and I cut them down into smaller bits. And by doing that, that enables me to work it in. So the trick is that we have to have very well conditioned flowers, and we want to make sure that we cut the stems fairly short. To me, this is just great. I have to admit, there are different kinds of floral designs that different designers enjoy doing. And one of my favorites really is what I would call flower novelties. And this, in my opinion, goes into that kind of category. It is, in effect, just an amazing form of flower novelty. Some designers would consider this a tribute type piece, but in my opinion, this really is a novelty kind of gimmick, and it would be great for anybody who loves florals. I could see you giving this to somebody who is important to you, who perhaps just loves the game, and you're coming to visit and you just want to bring something immense and crazy and wonderful, and something like this certainly would enable you to do it. I am trying to handle my flowers carefully because palms do shatter. So I am trying to be very, very careful as I'm placing them in. And again, using fairly short stems that are maybe about an inch will enable me to do that. I think you can see that this product that the folks at Oasis have sent us is very consistent with our philosophy here at Rittner's. Our philosophy here at Rittner's is that floral designing should be quick, easy, and fun. And I think that this definitely, in my opinion, shows that. It's quick, it's fun to do, it's really easy to do. I think that this product enables you to come up with a floral football, and the design is practically designing itself. I'm not working very hard. I'm just sitting here chatting with you guys, having a great time, seeing my floral football gradually come together. It does eat a lot of product. I'm using a lot of flowers on this. I think that in doing something like this, just doing this particular side of this football, I'm going through about 3 bunches of my palms. So I am using a lot of my cushion palms in order to be able to do this. And there is another side to this. There is a back side. If I wanted to add flowers on that side as well, then I would probably be talking in terms of another 2 to 3 bunches. So it does require a lot of product, and it does require that your product be really well conditioned prior to doing it. Isn't that amazing? It's really amazing. I'm not going to bother with the other side, but I think you can see I went through this very, very quickly. Quick, easy, and fun. Now, there are a few additional things we need to do. You know how on a football it generally has a section over here and on here. I'm going to do something similar. I'm using a variety of palm that's kind of a novelty, and it's cute and it's pretty, and I'm working it across. Actually, given my preference, I probably would prefer using maybe something in white. There are, of course, white palms out there, white mini carnations. The trick on this is to use something that is fairly small, because we really don't want it to take away from the rest of the design. So I'm taking this and I'm working these around, coming in, and I'm being very careful in my handling of this. I want to make sure that I'm not going to shatter the other flowers. So I've got a little section up here. And then let's take another section and do the same kind of operation on the bottom. And so I'm taking a few more of a novelty palm, working it down here on the bottom, again, to create the feeling of the 2 sections coming around on the football. I love these kinds of designs. This is novelty floral art. It is fun. It's quick, it's easy, anybody can do these, but you can only do them because of the fact that this amazing company, the folks at Smithers Oasis, have made these kinds of products available. In other words, really it is the tool that is doing this. I'm putting the flowers in, but the fact that they have this amazing, amazing product really enables us to come up with our effect and do it in such a great way. So notice now we've got our little thing on top, we got our little thing on the bottom. This is great. We could stop at this point if we wanted to, but wait, there's more. Let's add a little bit more to it, and I'm going to, in placing a little bit more, we need to have some sort of a seam in the middle. So let's take a little bit of our decorative wire, also made available through the folks at the Oasis company. I've got a little piece there that I've kind of woven into the center. And then we've got some of the flat wire. Flat wire works really well. And again, the fact that we're dealing with a foam base really makes it nice and easy for us to place things in. So I am placing a couple of my flat wires right there in the center. Of course, you could do it with other things too. I think that we could easily take some of our flowers and create a stitch with maybe some of the same small flowers coming here and then crisscrossing it a couple of times. That certainly is a possibility as well. I think this is the kind of thing that you can experiment with, play with, see how you like it, and come up with some very, very cool results. I'm taking now some of my aluminum decorative wire and I'm working it in, and you can see that that certainly has given me my effect. So what do you think? A beautiful football made using Floral foam. It's an amazing product. We love this thing, and I think that it's just great that the folks at Oasis have sent us this product. I just love this. This is obviously going to go into my den. I'm going to enjoy it. And I think you too, my viewer, can see how with this wonderful product, this foam football, how you can come up with just amazing results. On behalf of all of us here at Rittner's Floral School, we thank you for coming into one of our classrooms today. I'm Dr. Steve Rittner. Thanks again, and enjoy the football made out of foam and flowers, and enjoy your game. Thank you.